What's going on, guys? Yours Buffalo Bob, and welcome to Road to 32. And it is October 23rd, 2024, and Brittany and I are about 12 hours away from going on a plane that will take us all the way out to the Pacific Northwest in the state of Washington, the Emerald City. Yeah, we're going that far this year for Road to 32. And I have a lot to say, and I'm going to get right down to the chase. So, we normally do, when we do Road to 32, normally it's usually around times where we can all get together. As in myself, Brittany, of course, Tom Wojak or Rob Hazu, where all three or all four of us could go. And this time around, it's going to be me, Brittany, and Tom for the three of us on this trip. And I cannot express enough about how so excited I am about going. And this is going to be for the very first time in Road to 32 history that we're going to be going all the way out to the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, in my 32 years of living on this earth, I have never once been on the west coast of the United States. And Brittany and I are going to get an opportunity tomorrow going to the Pacific Northwest. So there's a lot on this trip that we have to uncover. So we're going to just do that now. So we're mainly there, obviously. In the last couple of years, we went to a handful of games where they've won games and where they've lost games, and that's natural. But the big thing is we always say is that it doesn't matter where we are as long as we're having fun. And in this case, I feel like that's going to be the one that's going to really, expand our horizons for Road to 32. And it's honestly going to be pretty intense. So it's week 8 of the 2024 NFL season as the Buffalo Bills will take on the Seattle Seahawks. Now, this has been a game that the three of us have been talking about for a pretty long time. We started planning this out about simulations and what we could do in Seattle, things like that. So to go to the Pacific Northwest, to go to the Emerald City, to go to Seattle in particular, is going to be a lot of fun. And we're not only just going to Seattle, mind you, we're also going to Vancouver, British Columbia. And I want to tell you guys something. So we're going to have not one, not two, but 3 Road to 32 episodes. One tomorrow night on the 24th for the Seattle Kraken. And then we have one on October 26th when we go to Vancouver, British Columbia, as I was mentioning just now, where we see the Vancouver Canucks. And then Sunday Fun Day, which is October 27th, is when the Bills play the Seahawks at Lumen Field. There is so much we're doing on this trip. Like, I can't even go over everything, and I'll do this. So we're basically going to be going to a stadium tour for Lumen Field because we did one for Arrowhead 2 years ago. And then we're going to the Starbucks Roastery because their main headquarters is in Seattle. And then we're going to Vancouver, British Columbia, just basically to explore the city. And then on top of all that, we're also going to be doing the Northern Park Zoo in Seattle. So and the one thing we know for a fact, because we looked ahead of time, is that it's going to be raining like hell for at least 57% of the trip. And that's including game day at Lumen Field. I don't know what to expect when we're at the Pacific Northwest, but I want to show you guys something. So this board, I got this for Christmas for Brittany a few years ago. But as you can see, for everything we've done in the last few years on my channel, you can see these are all the teams we have visited for Road to 32 so far. And then as you can see right there, that was our latest one right there, is the Baltimore Ravens. And then, of course, the big ones are right here, which is the Bengals and the Chiefs, the one that started it all. So all this really wasn't without Brittany. Brittany was the one that openly said, hey, let's do, instead of going to MetLife Stadium every year to see the Jets, let's travel. And that's where Road to 32 was born. And then we started doing all kinds of planning, and we had Ticketmaster gift cards and things like that. And we went to the Chiefs game. So that's really where it all started, for those who want to know. But as far as the Pacific Northwest, so if you look at this map where the Jets are, well, we're right here. This is Long Island. We're going to be going all the way across to here. This is Seattle. So we're going to be on the plane for approximately 6.5 hours. That is a long time. So I'm bringing my laptop. I'm bringing my phone. I'm bringing a deck of cards. I'm going to keep myself entertained for a little while. And, of course, Brittany's going to be with me. So I'm also expecting a time difference. So I know for a fact, it's common sense, is the time zone is going to be very, very different because it's going to be 3 hours behind. So right now it is 4:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Over there, it would be 1:45 p.m. So it's going to take a little time to get used to the time zone in the Pacific Northwest, or just the Pacific Standard Time. So you'll see through the video of the time frame that I've adjusted for it. So it's going to take a little time to get used to. But in general, though, there's a lot to look forward to on this trip. So the Bills are coming off hot of a big game over the Tennessee Titans, and the Bills broke the Titans. They traded DeAndre Hopkins. They traded Ernest Jones. They cut Jamal Adams. Trey Burke is on IR. Will Leaves is on IR. So the Titans are completely broken. The Bills beat them, and they're sitting comfortably in a 3-game lead in the division of the AFC East. As for the Seahawks, and probably is one of the best stadiums in the NFL, they're coming in at 4-3 with a 1-game lead in the NFC West. So I think they're going to want to really come in hard against the Bills. And this current core has never been to Seattle. They've been to LA, but they've never been to Seattle. So for me to be there to watch this happen is pretty damn cool. And the last time these two teams met was in Buffalo 4 years ago during the 2020 pandemic. So that right there was a big moment, because Seattle was a Super Bowl favorite. They were contenders, and Buffalo comes in and just destroyed the mat. So now we're sitting here together, and we're pretty much planning this out, and we just said there's going to be a lot to do. Going to Canada, go to the Starbucks Roastery, go to the Woodland Park Zoo. We're taking a stadium tour at Lumen Field, and that would be the first time since Arrowhead, which was 2 years ago, which is crazy to me. And yeah, there's going to be a lot to look forward to on this trip. So our flight tomorrow is at 7 a.m. So we have to get to JFK around like 4:30, 5 o'clock, just so that we can get through TSA and get on the plane. And then it will take about 6.5 hours to get to Seattle. Because remember, we're going across the entire U.S. just to get to the one end of the United States. So it's going to take some time to get used to, but I think we'll be just fine. So with that being said, I'm going to log off, and I'm going to let you guys enjoy this video. And just remember, a lot of effort and time has been put on this trip. So I would appreciate it if you guys watched it through, but if you can't, that's fine. I have chapters going along with it. So with that being said, I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll see you in Seattle.
Everybody, and it's 4:25 a.m. here in Long Island, and Britt and I just woke up about maybe 10-15 minutes ago, and we are just getting ready for our trip, and Britt's getting ready as we speak, but yeah, so once she's pretty much done with that, we're going to be on our way to Seattle. So it is going to be a long-ass ride, and we're fully expecting it. And we brought our laptops, some cards, our phone, just in case of whatever. And yeah, it's going to be a very long day. So I think we'll manage, and it's going to be about a 5.5-hour flight from Long Island to Seattle. So with that, we'll see when we get to JFK. All right, we're here at JFK. We just got through TSA. And as you can see over there, we're on our way to Seattle. And we're about to board the plane.
When it's sunny in Seattle and it's snowing down in New Orleans, and them boys from Amarillo stop wearing those boots and jeans.
What's up, guys? We are here at the airport here in Seattle. We just got off the plane, and now we're about to go get Tom. So with that, see you in a bit. All right, guys, we finally made it to Seattle, and look who I find.
Hey.
Woo! It's Tom Wojak. What's going on, Tom?
Talk about a long-ass day already. 3 o'clock in the morning I've been up since. And I actually somehow managed to get a little bit of sleep on both flights.
Somehow, in some way.
Yeah, but it is a nice car. We had the nice little trying to get the hell out of the parking ramp, but other than that, everything else so far is good.
That's good. And of course, my wife Brittany's in the back. Where is she? There you are.
Hi.
You tired back there?
I was on the plane, but now I'm kind of rejuvenated since we landed and we're ready to skedaddle.
Yeah, because it's like 10 to 12 in the goddamn afternoon Pacific Standard Time here in Seattle. So
And like we woke up at 4, so we were a little after Tom.
Yep.
Yeah, and the flight was what, 5.5 hours, Brittany?
Around there.
Yeah. So the funny thing about the schedule was
we were supposed to get to Seattle before Tom, but it actually ended up being the complete opposite. And here we are.
And our gates were the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not confusing at
Our
all.
flight landed, or left 25 minutes late. And then we got there on time-ish, and then we had to wait for the gate to open, and then, you know, take time for people to get off the plane.
And then my stuff was early. Then I had to take the train in the airport to get you guys. So
Tough.
It was all easy.
For sure. So,
although I will say Detroit's airport is a mile long end to end, so I had to take the tram to the opposite end because it's like, okay, take off at gate A7, but land at gate A70, and there's no way in hell I'm walking a mile end to end on only like a 30-minute connection time.
I honestly don't blame you. So we're right now going to Fred Meyer's, which is kind of like a super Walmart in the West Coast. So we're going to go check that out real quick. And that's like the first thing we're going to be doing while we're here in Seattle. So with that, we're going to sign off and we'll see you when we get inside.
Good.
Peace.
Keep right to W518.
Yeah.
Got that in good shape, so.
All right, so we're about to go on our first stop of the trip here at Fred Meyer here in Seattle. We're about to go inside and see what this is all about. How do you like them apples? Since we were waiting for our Airbnb to get ready for us at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, the gang and I decided to go to Dick's Sporting Goods, Party City, and Best Buy to kill some time. You'll never guess what we found at Dick's Sporting Goods. Well. We're here at Dick's Sporting Goods here in Seattle, Washington, and we're just looking around, killing some time, and we found a 12th man fan jersey in the classic retro. Did you know about this, Britt, at all?
I knew they had the 12th-man flag that they raise every game. I didn't know they had jerseys of it.
Well, this is the thing about the Hawks is they're the only team in the NFL that has retired the number 12 for their fans.
Yes, that I knew.
Yeah, so that's what this is all about. So that's pretty cool. So we're actually here because Tom wanted to get a Seattle Kraken shirt for tonight because we're going to the Kraken Jets game tonight. So,
Bobby's gonna buy this one.
you know, for the audience, I fucking hate that jersey. I really do. I hate that. I fucking hate it. I cannot stand it.
Is he playing on Sunday?
Metcalf?
Yeah.
I don't think so. At least from what I read on the reports, he's not going to play. But who knows? So, as you can see all this stuff right here, right? Look what I just happened to find. Super hat. Don't I look good or what? No, but no, seriously, go Bills. Here we are, guys. Seattle. We finally made it. Welcome to the Emerald City.
Use the right lane to take.
After 5 long, miserable hours of flying from Long Island to Seattle and getting accustomed to Pacific Standard Time, we decided to go our own separate ways for the first night. Brittany stayed home and watched some football, as Tom and I, pre-planned, went to a Seattle Kraken game at Climate Pledge Arena. And let me tell you, man, Climate Pledge Arena was one of the best arenas I've been to, at least for a hockey game. But unfortunately, the Kraken lost in overtime to the Winnipeg Jets, but it was still a fun game. But until then, the next day was our stadium tour at Lumen Field.
Well, good morning, everybody. It is 6:23 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here in downtown Seattle, and Tom and Brittany are still sleeping, but I'm up for a different reason, and it's because I have to get tickets for the stadium tour for the Colts in 2 weeks from when Brittany and I do Indianapolis for Road to 32, and in the process of all this, I'm just waiting for the two of them to get up. And once we do that, at 9 a.m., we're actually going to the Starbucks roastery, which is not even 2 blocks from our Airbnb, which is really nice. And then afterwards, around 12:45 p.m., we're going to be going to Lumen Field for a stadium tour. So that's going to be quite fun. I'll say that for sure. We're going to be going into the Hawks Nest, so that's going to be a lot of fun. So I can't wait to do that. So then, I'll see you in a bit.
All right, so we just walked out of our Airbnb, and we are going to the Starbucks roastery. You guys ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I know Britt's gonna want a cup of coffee early in the morning because she can't go through a day without coffee.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one at some point.
You know, for her, this is like her cup of tea, really. So it's gonna be a cup of coffee, cup of tea.
I need to have at least one cup of coffee in the morning. Usually I tend to throw a second one in just for good measure.
Yeah, but you know, I was gonna say you know what? I'm not much of a coffee drinker myself, but I'm willing to make an exception. That's for sure. It keeps me going. There it is. The Starbucks Roastery. Here we go.
I would like this cup, but it's just Starbucks only.
But this thing?
Yeah.
It's a really nice cup, don't you think?
It's like a coffee filter thing.
That would be perfect for you, considering you're a massive coffee person. Yeah. While it may not be the original Starbucks per se, this is the largest roastery in Seattle, bar none. A little while back, we did some taste testing for beer for Oktoberfest in Baltimore, but here we're going to be doing taste testing for coffee right here in Seattle, and there are 3 of them we're going to be trying. The first one we tried was called Tanzania and Yaga, which probably from the name comes all the way from Tanzania. But what we were told was we had to smell the coffee first before we actually sipped into it. And it was a very interesting concept. But at the end, the coffee was a little rich for my taste, but it's still enjoyable. I liked it. The next one is called the Seattle Roastery. Now, I must mention, if you're a big coffee person and you're looking to find different flavors across the United States, you're not going to find the Seattle Roastery anywhere in the country except right here in Seattle. But the only difference is they don't sell this coffee outside of the factory. So if you want this flavor, you have to go to the factory. Easily my favorite one I've tried so far. The last one is whiskey barrel aged coffee, all the way from Guatemala. Now you're probably asking, who the fuck came up with that idea? I don't know, but for some reason it was very rich. After the taste testing, we got a 20-minute tour of the factory. Enjoy it.
Story from sea to cup. Outside we have. Anyhow, the building itself was built in didn't have coffee drinks or espresso. Really uniquely, if the sun is shining. Now this isn't a very blonde, it's not a very dark roast at all. What is this, Casey? Blondest fish as a New Yorker. This is from Grand Central Station in New York.
Alright, so we are just walking out of the Starbucks Roastery. I am holding a Seattle Roast in my hand with milk and sugar. And we are going back to the hotel. And we're going to charge up for about 90 minutes. And then once we do that, we'll be on our way to Lumen Field for the stadium tour. It's going to be fun. There it is, guys. Lumen Field, home of the Seattle Seahawks. And we are about to go on a stadium tour. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Let's go conquer the world. I mean, Seattle. Lumen Field so far is easily in my top 3 favorite stadiums that I have visited so far for Road to 32. Aside from Kansas City and Philadelphia, Seattle is definitely in the top 3. The fans were great. The atmosphere is amazing as well. It's a very football-esque stadium. The people here love their team without question, and they are easily one of the most passionate fans in the league, bar none.
If you want to take it as a group, if there are two of you, I'll be glad to help you. Can you open it?
From the luxury suite all the way to the press box, me, Brittany, and Tom got an opportunity to go into every one of those rooms at Lumen Field. And let's just say we got a little too comfortable in the PR room. You'll understand in a second why.
Don't put $1,000 in This first row is to honor the Seattle Seahawks.
See what I mean? We got a little too comfortable. I mean, can you really blame us? I mean, we're never going to probably get this opportunity again, especially in a city like this. The next part of the tour is the press conference room. Just like Kansas City, coaches like Mike Holmgren, Pete Carroll, and Mike McDonald are all forced to go into this room, win or lose, after every game to answer questions from the media. Same applies to the players.
Crumb rubber.
Oh yeah. Next up after the stadium tour was T-Mobile Park. Here it is, guys. T-Mobile Park, home of the Seattle Mariners. As you can see, we're about to check this place out. We just got out of the stadium tour for Lumen Field, and we're gonna go inside the Mariners Pro Shop if it's open. While it wasn't my favorite team store and it was a little outdated, T-Mobile Park did stand tall though on its own. It has a really clean design altogether. Although it's not the best one, it felt like there was a lot left desired, but nothing really compares it to like Camden Yards, even though Camden Yards was better. Yeah. So we're at the Mariners team store and we're finding a bunch of different hats here, right? All the way in Seattle, we found the Mets. Did you guys have fun at Lumen Field?
Yeah.
You did? Tom, how about you?
Yeah, of course. Enjoyed it.
Yep. So now we're going to be walking back down this direction to our hotel and we're going to figure out a plan for dinner. But if you look in the distance, there's the Space Needle. So that's where we're going to go. All right, so we have Geno teriyaki here in Seattle. We can't wait to try it. Home of the original chicken teriyaki, and look at our view. This is our skyscraper rooftop dinner location tonight. There's Brittany, and there's Tom. Yeah, and
well, Yoshino's not the original, but it's one of the best around here.
That's true. So we're about to have some Seattle chicken teriyaki. So let's get down to it. Okay, so we have some Yoshino chicken teriyaki here in Seattle, and I'm about to
take a bite for you guys. Here we go.
That's good. Eat some rice. This is good stuff. With our day coming to a close, we decided to go to bed early and get ready for the next day. Vancouver.
Good morning, everybody. And it is right now 6:18 a.m. in the morning here on Saturday, October 26th. And Brittany and I just woke up early. I just woke up about 10 minutes ago. I brushed my teeth, I apologize. And we're just waiting on Tom to get up. And once we do that, we have a big day ahead of us for our trip to Seattle here. And we'll be on our way to Vancouver. And you can see I'm wearing a Canucks jersey because we're going to a Vancouver Canucks game later tonight. So I am no doubt excited about this because this is now the second Canadian team I have seen ever live, at least in their home turf, because the other team I mentioned was 10 years ago when I saw the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now the second one is the Vancouver Canucks. So with that being said, I'm going to get out of here and we're going to hit the hay, we're going to hit the road, and we'll see you in like 3 hours or so. So with that, see you in Vancouver.
Well, good morning, everybody, and it is 7:14 a.m. here in Seattle, and we have Mr. Wujek driving.
Hello.
And we got Brittany in the back. Sorry about the light because it's dark in here. Sorry. What's going on?
Hi.
All right, so we are about to get out of here from Seattle, and we're on our way to Vancouver, British Columbia. And sorry about the light, guys. And yeah, so from there, that's what we're gonna do. We're on our way to Van City. Guys, we're on our way to Vancouver, and we are right now near the Bridgeport Road and the International Airport, I believe you said, Tom?
Yep, right by Vancouver Airport.
Sweet. How you feeling back there, Brett?
We're in Canada.
Yes, we are. So we're about to go to Vancouver. It's gonna be a hell of a day. There it is, Vancouver. What you're looking at is Stanley Park, easily the biggest park in the city of Vancouver, and there's a lot to see here. For instance, there are totem poles, there's a horse carriage ride, there's boats. Everything you want to see in this area is all right here, and this place truly is beautiful. The narrative I've always heard was Vancouver is one of the most beautiful cities in the world, and now that I've actually stood there, that's actually true. It truly is gorgeous. Wow, this is a good find. We just found the Royal Canadian Navy's headquarters. Take a look at this. We are within the gates of this place. That's awesome. All right, we're about to go look at some totem poles here in Vancouver. Let's go. Remember, don't feed the animals. Yeah, a coyote denning in the area. Best of luck. That's the Lions Gate Bridge over there. That's the Capilano Waterland. Way over there in the distance, that is North Vancouver and Mount Seymour. That is breathtaking. And finally, Grouse Mountain. This is beautiful.
That one's staring at you.
The next part of the tour is the Vancouver Lookout, easily the tallest building in the city. There it is, the Vancouver Lookout. We're about to go inside. Let's go. We're here, the Vancouver Lookout. Here we go. Wow. This is just a great view here at the Vancouver Lookout. I don't know if you guys can see it, but if you look all the way down there, that little building right there, that's Rogers Arena. We're gonna be there in a couple of hours. It's gonna be a fun time tonight. And over there, that is Mount Baker. Pretty nifty, huh? So down here is Gastown. This is one of the main attractions in Vancouver. Just want to throw that out there. That is the Canadian Pacific Railway, or CPR for short. It's one of the biggest industries in Canada. God damn it, more boxcars. Fun. That place right there, that's Canada Place. It's considered for like the Canada Fairs or the World's Fair in 1986, things like that. There's Goose Mountain again, but there's the Lion Gate Bridge over the corner as well. See that mountain right behind us? That's Cypress Mountain. Just right outside of the city with Goose Mountain. It's pretty large. So down there where that cargo ship is, that's Vancouver Island. It's beautiful. Vancouver just as a whole, as a city, is beautiful. One of those beautiful cities in the world I've been to. Bye bye boat.
That walk we did yesterday brought this one.
Next up on part of the tour is taking a ferry up to North Vancouver for lunch. It's Canada Place. And there's Vancouver as we are standing in North Vancouver.
That's cool.
Yeah, people write their initials on and then they put it there to
Yeah.
symbolize internal love that can't be opened or broken.
Aw, that's cute. Who honestly says no to a little sushi, especially in Canada? Alright, I'm here at Little Tokyo Sushi Bar here in North Vancouver, and we're gonna have this for lunch before the Canucks game. So with that, let's go inside. Alright, so we're inside Little Tokyo Sushi in Northern Vancouver. Can't wait to try it, and you know, we're all just getting food now. And there's my crew right here. You guys good? Alright, so we're gonna sit down and we're gonna have some sushi. Alright, here's our appetizer, miso soup. Here we go, miso soup. As you can see, it's really freaking hot. Here we go.
That's great.
Okay, so we have the fireball roll, and so does Tom. So we're both about to try it out and see how this works. So we're about to have some fireball rolls here at Little Tokyo Sushi in northern Vancouver. Give this a shot.
What do we think?
That's good.
Everyone doesn't know what to say in time, they don't know how to act. It's like,
The final part of our Vancouver tour, we ended up going to the Vancouver CANUCKS game as they were hosting Tyler Myers' 1000th NHL game against the Pittsburgh Penguins on Hockey Night in Canada. If you want to see the full video, I'll leave the link in the description. Bye, Vancouver. I'll see you later. Thanks for the memories. The rain was coming down hard for sure, but it took us about almost 3 hours to get home from Vancouver, dealing with Border Patrol and all that. But until then, the next day, the Seahawks game. Go Bills! Lumen Field, without a doubt, became one of my favorite stadiums that I have toured so far for Road 32. Honestly, that's not even an exaggeration. The stadium is clean, the fans are really generous, they're very interactive, there's a lot of team spirit, in which I've said in several stadiums, but the overall environment is just astronomical, top to bottom. Hands down, one of my favorite stadiums I've toured so far.
Get on that chain around my neck. I'm from that 206 and this rain's got me dead. Don't need a chaser, I was raised out of town. Different lifestyle, my boots are on the ground. Come on, I better settle up, I better hold it down. I'm just a country boy living in the wrong kind of town. I got my boots on and my six string and my belts black. And I'm moving on, I'm talking back, that's how I.
Like the Ravens, the Seahawks don't get a lot of primetime games, and when they do, they usually go all out like it's the Super Bowl. But one thing I will mention is that they got a primetime game on the East Coast on the NFL on Fox for America's Game of the Week, and that's why so many people were just looking to get through the gates.
Resources to build character and teach fundamentals. Get heads up.
We're everywhere! Let's go! Hey!
jumping around, skipping like a dipshit.
So, it is halftime here at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington, as the Bills are beating the Seattle Seahawks 14-3. Britt, how do you feel about the game? Good? Very good game all around. You know, it's pretty sloppy out with the rain, but I think they'll manage. But aside from that, they should be fine moving forward. So with that being said, we'll see you in the second half. Go Bills. Go Bills! There you go! Woo! Corner, sorry! Push down! Come on, Josh! Come on. That's it! There you go! Push down! All right! That's it. Go, go, go! That's it. You got it. Push down. Come on, Josh. Let's go! Pressure! There you go.
I went like down to like 10 this year, but it was still really cool.
Go, Brandon. All right, Connie. Good job. It's a little windy here with that punt. Flag. Oh! Yeah! Let's go! Go, 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 go! First down. There we go. The countdown officially begins. Well, welcome to Seattle. It's raining, and we're gonna have to walk into this. God bless us all. So, we are walking out of Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington, as the Buffalo Bills beat the Seattle Seahawks 31-10. How'd you guys feel about the game?
Woo, Victory Monday.
Hell yeah. How about you, Ben?
It was a great game.
I'm glad. Did you guys enjoy it?
Yeah.
I'm glad too. Yep, so now we're going to go back to our hotel for a little bit, We're going to settle down and we're going to figure out dinner. Until then, we're going to enjoy the W. Go Bills. Coming in from Seattle. What a game. What a freaking game. The Bills absolutely annihilated the Seahawks at Lumen Field, arguably the loudest stadium in the NFL without question. But I will say, as far as experience, that was a hell of a game to be a part of. And I honestly can't believe that we were there for it. So now we're on to the next part of our trip the following day. Pike Market, Seattle Zoo, and the Space Needle. After a blowout win over the Seattle Seahawks, the gang and I decided to wake up the next day on our 5th day here in Seattle to go to the Woodland Park Zoo. And let me say, we also went to the Pike Place Market as well. And including the trip was the Space Needle. Alright, we're on our way to the Woodland Park Zoo here in Seattle. It's part of our final day fully here. And we're going to go enjoy ourselves. Here we go. Only pay what you need. Liberty, 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 liberty. After spending 2.5 hours at beautiful Woodland Park Zoo, the gang and I decided to go over to Pike Place Market and check it out. It's one of the oldest marketplaces in the United States. It's over 100 years old, and there's a lot of things to see inside, so it's worth checking out. Yeah. Did you guys enjoy the zoo?
Yeah.
You good? Tom, how'd you like it?
It was actually pretty good.
I'm glad. Even though there wasn't a whole lot to see, we were able to make it through and we did it. So now we're going to the Pike Market for lunch. Pike Place Market is one of the oldest marketplaces in the United States. And this place is over 100 years old. And there's a lot of variety going on in this damn place, including king salmon that are being tossed around like rag dolls. And I do have footage of that, so you will be seeing that in this part of the tour. I will say, it is one of those places that you could say is oddly bizarre, but it was very interesting. There it is, Pike Place Market. We're about to go inside in one of the biggest attractions in Seattle. Here we go. Wow, look at that Ferris wheel. That's huge. Maybe. You want to talk about bizarre? Sweet. Let me show you guys something. Look at all this gum. It's crazy. You're looking at the one and only gum wall. And if you want to find this gum wall, you'll have to go to 1428 Post Alley in Seattle at Pike Place Market. It does smell like bubble gum. Like, in a way, it's gross, but it's also a work of art, if you get my drift. I'm so glad I found this. Oh my god, that's huge.
Keep taking the tour!
Yeah! Woo! Yeah!
That one more!
Alright guys, we're about to go to Seatown here at the Pike Place Market in downtown Seattle. We're ready to see what this is all about. Alright, so we're inside Seatown here at Pike Place Market, right outside of the market here in Seattle. We can't wait to try it. We just ordered our food and we're just waiting for it to come out. Tom, you ready to eat?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. How about you, Missy?
Yeah.
You ready to do it? Alright, so once we do that, we're going to eat, and then we're going to chill out for an hour, whatever, and then we're going to head on out to the Space Needle to wrap up our Road to 32 trip in Seattle. What do you got here, Tom?
Got their lamb chowder.
Clam chowder with goldfish on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, far away. It's good?
It's good.
Enjoy it, man.
Yeah, and it's spicy goldfish, which is even better.
Even better.
This is good stuff.
Absolutely. Enjoy it. All right, here we are. We have a smash burger here in Seatown, and we're about to have this bad boy in my mouth. Here we go. All right, so this is the smash burger here in Seatown at the Pike Place Market here in Seattle. Just want to make sure that there's nothing going on here. We're good to go. So let's pick up this bad boy. Give you guys a bite. Here we go. That's good stuff.
This fish is really good.
Is it?
Yeah, that's like really fresh fish.
I'm glad.
Tastes great.
So we're gonna go finish this up, and then we're gonna eat, and then we're gonna head over to the Space Needle to wrap up our trip for Road to 32. After a delicious meal at Seatown, we ended up going to our final stop of the trip, the best for last, the Space Needle, probably the most famous building in Seattle. To us, not going to the Space Needle would be like going to New York City without not seeing the Empire State Building. Here we are. Here's the Space Needle. We're about to go inside. Let's go. One thing I learned about the Space Needle was this building was not supposed to be here within 6 months after the 1962 World Fair. It was supposed to be a tourist attraction temporarily, but it got over 2.3 million visitors. So the city said, you know what, we're going to keep it. And to this day is one of the biggest attractions in Seattle. So I'm here in the Space Needle in Seattle. My hand. Gap right here. Ready? Watch this. Wow. Well, It's very wide and gapped over here. You can put your hand through that. It's pretty interesting. We didn't do that back in Vancouver, but we're here doing it now. It's pretty awesome. Heading on downstairs to the Loop. The revolving glass. It's on the floor. And my wife is walking on it. That's perfect. This is a revolving glass on the space. And I'm gonna walk on it. And trust me, I'm scared shitless. Ready to go. 1, 2. Man, I could stay up here all day and just look at the beautiful skyscraper and the beautiful landscape in this city. But unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. As we go down to the Space Needle one last time, we grab dinner. Yeah. So, this is our last dinner. We're at the Seattle Center over at Mod Pizza. And I just want to say, guys, you know, this is a great trip overall. Did you guys have fun?
Yes.
Yeah. Tom, did you have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think with that being said, we should have a little toast to kind of honor our trip, you know what I mean? Yeah, we'll let Tom do his thing. So, with that being said, can you actually open my cap? Or is it one of those twistable ones? Oh, it's twistable? There you go. Thank you. Perfect. So, with that being said, it's been a great trip, guys, to Seattle. Let's rock and roll. Okay, so this is a Mad Dog Pizza over at Mod Pizza, and Brittany's giving me a pizza cheers. And let's take a bite. It's the last one for Seattle. That's pretty good. I just want to say thank you guys for coming on this trip again. You know, it's been a fun trip.
Yeah.
Did a lot this year. Taking it all in, being on the West Coast for the very first time, Seattle left a huge impact on myself, Brittany, and Tom, considering that none of us have ever been here before. And we walked away with not only going to Vancouver, not only exploring the Space Needle, but going to a Bill Seahawks game and watching a blowout. It was a great overall time in the Emerald City, and I'll never forget it. So once again, Seattle, it's been real. Good morning, everybody. It is 2:26 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here in Seattle, Washington. And as you can see, it's really, really early, but we're 3 hours behind. But aside from that, today's the day. Brittany, Tom, and I go home today to go back to work for respective cities. I believe Tom is actually behind me, but yeah, so we are packing up to go home today back to Buffalo and Long Island. So it's going to be a long trip back home to our respective cities. But first, I want to say a few thank yous. I want to thank the Seattle KRAKEN for their wonderful hospitality on Thursday evening, the first night Tom and I got here with Brittany, of course. And Tom and I went to the KRAKEN game, and even though they lost, that was a really fun game to be at. You guys were awesome. And then I want to give a shout out to the Vancouver CANUCKS for their wonderful hospitality in the city of Vancouver. You guys were fun as hell, no question about that. You guys have a beautiful city, and I would love to come back here again in the future. And most importantly, I want to give a huge shout out to the Seattle Seahawks at Lumen Field for their wonderful hospitality on Friday afternoon for both the stadium tour and on game day. You guys were amazing, no doubt about that. You have a great fan base. You know, keep them happy for sure. And then, of course, we got to give a huge shout out to the city of Seattle and the fans. The people there are generous. There was a lot to do in the city, and without Seattle, I don't think, you know, you guys wouldn't have the tourist attraction like you guys are, because you guys have a beautiful city, no question about that. And then, of course, I want to thank Tom Jack for helping us out with putting this together and making this happen. Because without him, I don't think we would be in this Airbnb. And then, of course, I want to thank my wife, Brittany, for
putting this all together with him as well. We all three of us worked really, really hard for the last 5 months, 6 months or so to put this trip together, but we were able to push through and we did it. We've achieved our goal, and we're about to say goodbye to Seattle, and we're going to be bringing back some memories for sure. So with that, and one more thing before I go is that in 2 weeks, Brittany and I have one more trip coming up. We're going to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana to see the Colts, and that's coming up in 2 weeks. So that's our last trip for 2024 for Road to 32, and it's going to be a hell of a time for sure. But until then, signing off from Seattle, I'm Bob Hansen, and thank you for listening, and I'll see you when we get back to Long Island. Bye, Convention Center. See you later. Thanks for the memories. Yeah. Bye, Lumen Field. Thanks for the memories. I'll see you later. Go Bills. We started thinking, we've done Road to 32 now for 3.5 years. And it really started in 2022 with Kansas City. And now in 2024, we're in Seattle. And Britt and I have already done 9 trips together. And we've done 3 as a trio, which is pretty remarkable on its own. And Seattle left a huge